As if becoming domestic terrorists, vandalizing, looting, bombing American businesses with Molotov cocktails of all things. Like, what is this, 1987? And their deafening silence when it comes to condemning these acts of violence, and the media and representatives of Congress, senators, etc., they're now going lower than low, attacking J.D. Vance. I'm going to share with you an article that is lighting up the internet saying that J.D. Vance is the most unpopular vice president of all time. But I'm going to break down, because your boy Nez always does, exposing the hypocrites with actual due diligence, research, and real data. Also, I've got an amazing expose into the haircut that passes off as a man. Governor Greasy Gavin Newsom, absolutely lambasted by an ally network, his very own ally, somebody who's totally friendly with his entire woke, progressive, idiotic ideologies. CNN blasts Gavin Newsom for lying, bold-faced. I mean, the guy doesn't even know, he wouldn't know the truth if it hit him right in the nose. Lying bold-faced to Charlie Kirk when he said that him or nobody in his entire administration has ever used the word Latinx. Oh, you got to see this clip. It's so good. It's so damning. This guy cannot win the presidency. He cannot even be nominated. He should be nowhere near, anywhere near any door of American government politics, let alone what's happening to our glorious state of California. I can't wait to share that with you. And then what has happened to Disney is a perfect personification of the dire consequences of adopting DEI woke ideologies. I'm going to share with you this Holly weirdo actress. This is just an expose. I want you to see who the real person is behind this movie, and then you can make your own decision. You probably already know a lot about her, but I'm going to talk about it in detail as the brand new Snow White just premiered this weekend. But first, so this abysmal article just came out from the Washington Monthly, actually having the audacity to call J.D. Vance the most disliked new vice president in history, citing ridiculous evidence, ridiculous polling data, and I'm here to expose this. It's really laughable at this point how absolutely insane this article and the writer is. I want everybody to go to the Washington Monthly and write this author and tell him how absolutely absurd and nuts he is. First of all, I haven't met one single person who voted for America, who voted for America first, who voted for our president. We, the American people, have spoken. By the way, if you want to get one of these original Nez Nation designs, links in the pinned comment. Who dislikes Vice President J.D. Vance? If anything, after what he showed and demonstrated time and time again, especially in the Oval Office against that pipsqueak, lying, gremlin, criminal Zelensky, I think his stock skyrocketed by 200%. Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. So here's the truth about the Washington Monthly. First of all, big shock, it's known for its liberal editorial stance. What a big shock that is. Is anybody surprised? But here's the truth. Sarah Palin in 2008 had a favorability drop of -2% net. Kamala Harris, you want to talk about the real least popular vice president of all time, the person who was tasked with one job her entire abysmal DEI 4 years, unqualified, didn't earn it 4 years. She was the border czar. Guess what happened in the last 4 dark, abysmal years? We had the worst border crisis in the history of the United States. In the history of the United States. Let that sink in. But per Statista on September 2024 showed 44% favorability post-2024 election with early lows under 40% per Axios June 26th, 2023. Mike Pence had mixed ratings with Gallup showing around 40 to 50% approval. This article used Gallup, CNN, Newsweek, the New York Times. I mean, it's like literally akin to me going to a transgender protest and taking a poll. What do you think of Donald Trump? What do you think the outcome is going to be? As a matter of fact, February 2025, just a month ago, the Daily Mail poll showed 52% approval for J.D. Vance, which was, by the way, the highest it's ever been. So this aggregate by Real Clear Polling, it's complete bupkis. It's complete false. I love J.D. Vance. I know you did. I'll admit, when Donald Trump first picked him, I was a little bit chagrined, but he has done nothing. The debate against Tampon Tim, every single press conference, him saying, no, thank you, Margaret. I don't care, Margaret. Showing his presence, his acumen, his articulateness, his intelligence, time and time again, him standing up to Zelensky. He has improved me. As a matter of fact, I think he's a shoo-in for 2028. Is this just another pathetic attempt by the radical extreme left because they got nothing? They have no leg to stand on? Is this just another pathetic attempt? Is anybody buying this crap besides maybe your 72-year-old, liberal, college-educated mother-in-law? Is anybody buying this crap? I, for one, can tell you unequivocally, I love J.D. Vance. Maybe they're right. Yeah, he isn't liked. He's loved. Hey, Washington Monthly, you know what? I give you kudos. You're right. He's not the least liked vice president. He's not liked at all. He's loved. We love him. And we're going to vote for him in 2028. And I hope your tampon Tim, I hope your phony in chief Kamala, I hope your communist AOC and your anti-American Omar, I hope the whole squad makes a run for it in 2028 because they're going to get absolutely blown out of the waters. I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. Let me know. Okay, in this next clip, oh, this is so good. His own friendly network. The man who is a haircut that passes off as a man, Gavin Newsom, the American psycho, as I like to call him, the man who equates lying with breathing. As oxygen enters his body, lies exude. It's not carbon dioxide. What he exhales is nothing but filth, manure, garbage, lie after lie after lie. This is such a glorious clip. I need you to share this with everybody you know. This is such a glorious clip of his own sympathizing network calling him out for being nothing more than a bona fide, dejected, lion-ass degenerate. Watch this.
By the way, not one person ever in my office has ever used the word Latinx.
So can we finally put that to bed?
Yeah, where did that even
No
go?
more Latinx, everybody.
Well, I just didn't even know where it came from. I'm like, what are people talking about?
But there was a person who used Latinx. It was actually a really important person. It was him. Right?
Yeah, that's right. And look, these aren't minor shifts. These are progressive issues that Gavin Newsom used to champion until fairly recently. And now he's not just walking away from them. He's sort of acting like they were never legitimate with that clip talking about Latinx in the first place. But let's take Latinx. We did find somebody who used it repeatedly in his office. Let's take a listen to this.
I hope we can really paint a picture in terms of our consciousness of how impactful this has been on the Latinx community. The Latinx and Black communities. You've got politicians that are banning not assault rifles, but the word Latinx. They're not even serious.
My fellow Americans, my fellow global citizens, a bona fide, walking skeletal lie, a bipedal, walking fibber. This is somebody that doesn't even, he doesn't even, you would think he would have somebody track his lies for him. I know he can't track them himself, being an empty vessel, black hole of a human being. But you would think some intelligence, some semblance, a molecule of foresight would say, you know what, I need you to track the crap that I say so I can make sure I don't make myself look like a fool. Instead of helping Californians who are facing record-breaking budget deficits, record-breaking disastrous loss of taxpayer dollars, record-breaking illegal crossings, he's actually trying to Trump-proof California with our taxpayer dollars. This is one of the most glorious states in the union, the fifth largest economy. Well, not anymore, thanks to Newsom. Everybody's left. The mass exodus. We've had the worst exodus of residents, corporations in the history of the state. Instead of doing something about that, never mind the homelessness problem, which is growing exponentially, what does he do? He wants to be a social media influencer. He wants to be a podcaster. This man cannot be let anywhere near the door of running anything consequential in our great country, the United States of America. I beg you, I beseech you, share this with everybody. Okay, this one's personal for me. So, Snow White, Disney, raised on Disney. If you were raised on Disney movies, let me know what your favorite Disney movie is too. I think mine might be a tie between Dumbo. God, there's so many good ones. I like Dumbo. I like Cinderella a lot. I just has such vivid childhood memories. And woke has destroyed Disney. It's absolutely destroyed Disney. And on top of that, its lead actress went on rant after rant against us, the American people who have spoken against America. Here's just a taste of who the lead actress is in the new Disney Snow White. Rachel Ziegler is. Watch this.
If I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
No longer 1937.
She's not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do that this time. I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. I watched it for the first time in probably 17 years. The cartoon was made 85 years ago, and therefore it's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power.
God forbid she'd be saved by a prince. God forbid we have male and female, traditions and values and principles. God forbid. That's just such a sacrilege. It's such an offense that we would have something like that. Oh, the condescension, the smugness, the sense of superiority, the look down your noseness of it all. Doesn't it reek of Obama and the radical extreme academic left? Believe me, I'm a professor. I know these people. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But wait, just when you think that's not bad enough, I want you to watch. This was posted on her Instagram story right after the election. I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. Watch this. So she posted this on Instagram. She says, right after the election, she says, I find myself speechless in the midst of this. Another 4 years of hatred, leaning on us towards a world I do not want to live in. Leaning us towards or leading? What the hell are you talking about? She can't even write. Even though she claims to be such a genius. Such entitlement, such brainwashing. Leaning us towards a world that will be hard to raise my daughter in. How so, you dumb mook? Leaning us towards a world that will force her to have a baby she doesn't want. Not true. Leaning us towards a world that is fearful. Not true. You guys are the ones blowing up Tesla, fomenting hate, division, advocating to shut down cities and fight. Meanwhile, we're just trying to get on with our lives. I shouldn't be this shocked, but I am. I'm heartbroken for my friends who awoke in fear this morning, and I'm here with you to cry, to yell, to hug. This makes me sick to my stomach. Everybody should boycott this abysmal film. Continue to fail us in forging a new path. This loss should not have been, and it certainly should not have been by so many votes. I echo Ethel Kane's statement more than anything. Listen to this. This is awful. May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace. This is who they are, ladies and gentlemen. And as if it couldn't get any worse, this was on the next story. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave before I get too heated. Sending love to everyone who needs it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. La, la, la. And then at the bottom she says, F Donald Trump, how dare you? But what are we going to do? Are we going to bomb Disney studios? Are we going to attack people who have Disney stickers or Disney shirts or snow? Are we going to boycott, protest and chant crazy slogans in front of theaters? No. What are we going to do? We're going to not see the movie. And we're going to tell all our friends and neighbors and all the people that we know that this is what this movie represents. This movie represents everything that defies the American people. I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. I had to share that. As a father and patriot, I had to share that. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed them. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.